look, this is the branded KFC sign, so it is official. A psyop production? Yeah, I got psyoped. Yeah, you're right, it's very loud. Oh, yeah, it's craziness. It's craziness. For me too, it was super fucking loud. What? When this came out, everyone gave it a go. I mean, it looks very involved for a free game. It is free. Anybody can decide to take on this amazing adventure of dating Colonel Sanders. A finger-licking good dating simulator, guys. Everybody can do it. I believe all of you could do it. I'll put this on a little higher again. Is that too high? Kind of too high. Okay, a little lower. Kind of really loud. Okay, this should be fine. Yeah, it's not too bad. Out of all the visual novels, why I start with this one? And two, that's a very good question. I think the reason why I chose this one is I kind of wanted to get it out of the way. like when you're supposed to like pull really quickly and remove a band-aid kind of thing. That's probably why. Also, you guys, on my birthday, which is practically like a month ago now, almost, you're the ones who wanted me to play this. And I didn't want to make you wait because I know you were waiting for this, all of you. She took the one she found the spiciest first. Is that spicy? I mean, is KFC chicken spicy? I don't know. I don't think I agree with that. I don't know if I have the moral fortitude to watch this after seeing what the Colonel did in the war. I can't see him any other way. What? He did stuff in a war? Do I want to know? Are there any settings we need to care about? I don't think so. Prioritize speed? What the fuck does that mean? I don't know. New game, guys. Time for the torture. Tell us what your name is. I don't like putting my name in here. I was securely playing a rhythm game and that intro section started in the middle of a song. Oh no! I hope it didn't fuck up your song. That was craziness. That entire intro has me reeling still. Oh, it's reading! It's reading time, guys. I thought it would be voice acted, I guess. Guess it's not. Is this BTS? That looks very BTS inspired. This is Namjoon. It is. It's gotta be. I don't know. Maybe I'm hallucinating now. Okay, now I didn't. Was replaying the tutorial for a mechanic and was already doing bad. It was also slow. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sure you could do it. If you want, you can share what game it is too. I'm kind of curious. I do like me some rhythm games. So you feel softly as the more you sleep. Guy, I can't even read. Second word, I already fuck up. Guys, I'm not made for this. I don't think I'm gonna play. I'm gonna survive. I'm gonna play this. I'm just gonna die slowly. Every word is gonna kill me. Sick poster. Yeah, the chicken one too is pretty cool. I don't know what that symbol is. I'm hoping it's chicken. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. I'm glad I don't have a student apartment anymore. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in the moment forever. Or you could wake up now. Your first day of culinary school is no time to sleep in. Smack it. Goddamn, that was annoying. That was 20 seconds too long. It's called Beat Block. It's in early access and the songs are good. Ooh. That is intriguing. I've never heard of it. There is one that I've seen that's kind of a rhythm game, but it's more like It's a rhythm fight game. You're supposed to attack and do the moves on the rhythm of the songs. It looked very interesting. It was a demo that I saw a friend play the other time. Lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School. A University of Cooking School. Academy for Learning. There's a lot of words in here. Your mind begins to wander. Also, by the way, I managed to write just now. Before starting the stream, I wrote for about an hour. And I'm so happy and proud of myself right now because it had been weeks. But I managed to do something. Also, let's get back to this before I just get off topic entirely. Your mind begins to wander. I will allow myself to daydream a bit, thinking about the future. Who will be there? What will you cook? What should you wear? Time begins to fly by, and you find your imagination getting away from you. It's here, finally, your first day of culinary school. So many dishes to prepare, so many students to meet. Your mind is swimming with possibilities when you realize you're running late. You grab a biscuit and burst out the door in a hurry. Who eats a biscuit for breakfast? I'm judging this student right now so hard. Eat cereal and toast, not biscuit. You play as a circle with a shield and need to block incoming blocks, dodge mines, and hit certain blocks with the side of the shield. The mechanic I currently suck at. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Please tell me this isn't real. There is no way someone actually made a dating game of KFC. It's real. I said the same thing, Hussein. Welcome in. I said the same thing. I didn't think this existed. But yeah, the wheel decided that my punishment was to play this game on stream with you guys. It's official? What the fuck? Are you serious? It's official by KFC? It's not a spoof? What the fuck? I'm eating a biscuit. Delicious, just what you needed to wake up those taste buds. That tastes nothing. Biscuits taste like nothing. Yikes, you're in such a hurry, in fact, that you forgot to put on any deodorant before running out the door. That is bad. That's the worst thing. You go back, you put the deodorant on, and you are late. You live with being late, but you don't go out without deodorant. What the hell? You're sweating buckets as you rush to arrive on time? No. Pretty sure it's official. It might be. I was extremely surprised at the beginning when the game starts and the KFC looks like the branded KFC, design logo. So I was thinking it might be official. You might be right. I don't know. Sometimes I wish I didn't know what the internet was. Yeah, get it. Same. Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. I hate this name. I hate this name so much. I almost hate this name more than the game itself. University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. This is the stupidest name ever. Too many words to say nothing. Alright, I'm gonna stop it. I'm gonna stop. Here comes your lifelong best friend forever, Miriam. Hi, Miriam. She's the most adorably awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it. Good morning, Lamb. Are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives? Did I put my name in full caps, or is that what the game did? I hope I didn't put my name in full caps. What the hell? What is wrong with me? I don't know if this is worse than the Colonel Sanders strip song show they made for Mother's Day. It features a lot of shirtless, buff Colonel Sanders dancing. No, don't say that. At some point, somebody's gonna make me watch that. I don't want to see that. Colonel Sanders should keep his shirt on. Actually, because I sure am excited, a little nervous. Okay, a lot nervous. What the? It's just that this morning I made breakfast for myself, but, well, when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I fail? Classic Miriam, raised by Master Chef parents, she's always held herself to a very high standard. Ever since we were little babies playing together and you rescued me from that quicksand box, it's been clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person I know. You're going to do great. I kind of like her. She looks like a good person. Alright, that's enough for playing the tutorial time to see if I'm better at this darn mechanic. Good luck. I believe in you. With University of Cooking School, blah blah blah, 3-day only semesters, I'm afraid of being left behind and never catching up. A sweet girl, Miriam has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer, she got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin. Girl, you don't need to do that. The mannequin is not a good test subject. Should you pep talk her or change the subject to give her some relief? You know what? I will change the subject. Yeah, she's cute. She's like a little cute little girl. I'm gonna help her. I don't mind that. It's hard to see Miriam like this and frankly quite exhausting. Rather than dwell on her anxiety, you try to change the subject to something more interesting. All summer you've been hearing rumors about a dreamy, enigmatic mystery student who is enrolled at this school. Are you telling me that the Colonel Sanders is gonna be a student? I was expecting him to be maybe a teacher. Yeah, that's a little worrisome, but you'll be fine. Now, what about this mystery student we read about on the school message board? Any new deeds? Oh, get this. I heard his name is Harland, and he's no ordinary student. What a name. They say he has powers. He's had them ever since he was born. From an egg. I did not finish that sentence. I should have finished that sentence right away. That's worse than what? An egg? Like a chicken? Don't be ridiculous. You do realize it will be even worse if he's a teacher and we're a student. Yeah, you're right. I guess. But I mean, he looks like he's 50 years old. How could he be a student? It's not better. It doesn't make it any better. But I mean, if he's born from an egg, then like, what the fuck? But that thing about having powers, it would line up with some of the other rumors I've heard. Like, I heard he once fought a bear with just a smile. You both sigh thinking about a student so handsome that the laws of physics don't dare apply to him. Dreamy. I don't think I would ever fantasize about that, but you girls, go ahead. Before you can get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom engraves measuring spoons out of your hands and onto the ground. Hey! It's Ashley with the worst spelling of Ashley I've ever seen in my life. So you're not questioning the fact that this game exists or whatever this info dump is and more concerned about him being old. I mean, she's cute. I forgot everything else right now. All that matters is she's kind of cute. She got a nice little boob window right here. That's all that matters right now. But her name really is weird. It's Ashley, your arch rival. She's totally evil, but you can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants and she knows it. Hello, Ashley. Oh, I didn't see you there, chicken shins. What the fuck does that even mean? You leave lamb's shins alone. They're perfectly normal shins. Hey, my shins are perfectly normal. You can't stand Ashley. Even her name is annoying. You know for a fact that it's actually Ashley, but she had to add extra letters to make herself feel better than everyone. Oh, I see. I see. If anyone here knows what perfect shins look like, it's us. We're not going to let you or your really weird insults get to us. Yeah, sure. This has to be a dream. This just has to be, maybe. It's like a fever dream before going to culinary school. Across the quad, you see Ashley's best friend. Van the man has stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rocking glutes. The fuck, man? What am I reading here? I'm good enough at it now. Anyway, time to do something else. Yeah, time to try to survive at a different game. You still going on shit, what's the name again? Fuck, Warframe. Van. Oh fuck, that's a JoJo character, isn't it? You rang. What the fuck am I reading? Oh, you tell me KFC approved this? Yeah, I'm seriously questioning everything right now. You've never been sure about their arrangement. I mean, did I approve this? I didn't approve this. This is happening though. It's happening to us. You've never been sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van have been just as close as you and Miriam, but substantially more devious. Cool. Did a bit of Warframe earlier with a friend. Okay. You're playing all the games today, and all of the games, one after the other. I can't believe that University of Cooking School Academy of Learning, fuck, I hate that sentence, would ever allow people like you to attend as students. I know, right? You'd think they just hand us our diplomas now. Or maybe hire us on as professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. Sure. Look at his fucking hair. He's got a freaking star hair. With the first day of school about to start, there's just not time to properly tell these two off, so you resist the urge. You're at 85%? Yes. Slowly digesting your soul, Mr. Hussein. Actually, I'm playing none of the games. I have spent so long just sitting there thinking, what the fuck do I play? I do that all the time. Just before stream, I was just like, what the fuck do I play? And then this is what, I chose. I only finish games when I'm on stream nowadays, anyway. Let's go, Miriam. Psh, see you later, losers. As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it. Tell me this is the kid that was born from an egg. He looks like he was born from an egg. Oopsie. I think it's broken. What is broken? What do you mean? You reach forward and easily pull the door open. Oh, that should do the trick. I love you! Okay, I think you mean thank you. My name is Pop. I was named after my Pop. He's old. Good to know. Could someone like this also be a student at the school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob, but I guess he's reading it upside down. This is the most stupid thing I've ever read. Oh, hi Pop, I'm Lamb. So, are you going to make me hold this door all day? Nope. And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you. Is this game really long? I hope it's not too long. Is it? I want to die already. Is it just me or is he kind of cute? Nah, I don't agree, Miriam. At this point, I think you got some hit on your head or something. You got hit on the head. No, I think it's just exactly. You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting. A scruffy-looking pooch takes his place at a podium at the front of class. Adorable. I don't agree with this. What? What? No! No! Yeah, I give up too. Like, seriously, what the fuck is this? Now, quiet down, everyone. Oh, his name is Sprinkles. Okay, I like Sprinkles. Who is this unreasonably cute pup, and why is he in our culinary class? This is not safe standards for food. Animal, fur is gonna get in the food. This makes no sense. I'm so happy I don't need to expose myself to this game as much as you need to. I can go to bed whenever I want. That is true. You can run away from this at any point. All of you can run away and abandon me to this torture. I might also run away from the torture at some point. You must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO. That explains the stupid name. The dog's a CEO. Please call me Professor Dog. I might be cute and little and fluffy, but I still demand respect. Woof! This position does not demand respect. I'm sorry, this demands treats maybe? That's about it. What? A cute dog is our professor? This is the best school ever! So there's not going to be any sort of issues with dating the professor. The professor's a dog is not happening. That does mean that Colonel Sanders is going to be a student, which is really weird. Maybe cooking or baking is better than whatever this is. I mean, don't burn the house down, Hussein. I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nuances of fine dining. Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around you as a swirl of cherry blossom petals fill the air inside the classroom. I'm chilly, someone close the window, says Pop. And then, he walks in. I think I actually might. I'm about to fall into the pits of what the fuck do I play and laying in bed looking at YouTube is better. That's all good. You go and do that. You go and relax. I'm gonna try to survive this a little longer. I might run away though. You might have to find another punishment for me. This is a lot. You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still. Okay. It's him. If it isn't my favorite student, Harland. Yeah, you're going now? This is the peak of what? Yeah, it is. The only time I have to watch your streams, I'm seeing this. I'm sorry, Insane. No, it's not my fault. I didn't decide the punishment wheel. Now the fun begins? Is that the truth, Mr. The Juice? Really? Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles. Sorry, Professor Dog, before he can finish his sentence. Please call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders. A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly the room is sweltering. Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you and you're not entirely wrong. Yeah, because you probably stink. And this is over here. Must be sweaty, sweats a lot, says Ashley. Maybe we should open that window back up there before Faucet Pits melts into a puddle and evaporates entirely, says Van Van. What the fuck? You two both know my name. We were in the same kindergarten class. And what is with all your really weird insults? I say. You turn to find Colonel Sanders standing right in front of you. Colonel Sanders, beautiful angel that he is, stands before you, smiling gently, his hand outstretched. Boy, howdy, this classroom gets hotter than a Kentucky fryer. I'm giving him the perfect accent right now. Please use my handkerchief. What is happening? You freeze up. Colonel Sanders is talking to you? Wait, Colonel Sanders is talking to you. But about how sweaty you look? You're completely mortified. I bet. This can't be your first interaction. What if he never forgets this moment? How will you respond? You know what? I would refuse and run away personally. In real life, that's what would happen. No thanks, dude. You feel horrified that your first interaction with Colonel Sanders is centered around the fact that you're a sweaty mess. No thanks, it's actually on purpose. It's an old family secret to keeping our skin soft and healthy. You wave his hand away and quickly wipe your face with your apron instead. The real goal is to Roman Sanders so you can steal the KFC chain. Is that the point? Get rich by marrying him and then murdering him? Then I'd be fine with that. I stayed up to 2 a.m. for this, a sweaty mess. I mean, I don't know. Did you stay up to watch the stream? Do you prefer I go to a horror game, Hussein, so that you have more nightmares? Is that what you want? Because that's what I usually play. Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and set some ground rules. I feel like it's a pretty easy game to set up, you know? Create a stupid scenario, stupid characters, have an artist make backgrounds, and then characters, and just put it all together. There you go, you got a game. Don't worry, the nightmare is already happening. Yeah, it is happening. It's happening for all of us. It's a shared nightmare. Welcome to University of Cooking School, blah blah blah, the greatest culinary, I don't give a damn, the birthplace of culinary legends past, present, and future. Challenges await, cool, and when all is said is done, there will be a battle, amazing. Just then another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech. Student. He looks like a normal guy. Hi guys, sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a good summer. I really miss... Quiet! Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue, you're on the fast track out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place? Don't you recognize me? This is my 3rd year in this school with you as my teacher. Everyone stares at him blankly. Does no one remember me? You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. Let that be a lesson to you students that tardiness is unacceptable. Even Clan committed here on time, rolling halfway across town on these tiny wheels. You turn to see the student Sprinkles is referencing what appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. Yeah, he arrived on time. That's gotta show you. The class burst into laughter. Oh, Clank, you rascal. Sprinkles walks in the classroom as everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose into the air and takes a deep sniff. Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself. Yeah, I just had a fucking biscuit for breakfast. You never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkles' reputation for being smart but tough is well known. Are you telling me this is Gordon Ramsay? I genuinely want to meet the person who wrote this script. I have a feeling it's more than one person. This looks like a pretty extensive game. Hello, Angel. Welcome in. I hope you are ready for craziness because this is giving crazy on crazy on crazy. I'm not sure I'm ready for this. Nobody's ready for this. I don't know what to do. What am I doing now? You said to try and butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket. Why do I have a treat? I'll give him a chicken snack because everything is chicken related in the game. You reach beneath your apron and return with a chicken snack in your hand. Sprinkle's eyes go wide as he locks onto it. His favorite. I knew it. It's pretty crazy. I can tell. Yeah. Well, I think there might be some competition for new star student. The furry professor immediately devours the snack, leaving your hand slick with a coating of warm doggy drool. Yeah, when your teacher/professor licks your hand, you just leave the class. You're just done. That's it. Education, no education, doesn't matter. What the fuck? You see the other students eyeing you jealously, but pay no mind to them. If they wanted to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying a range of dog treat flavors on them at all times. Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats and prepare to have your minds open to the amazing possibilities of culinary creation. As everyone, I hope there's mini games in this. As everyone rushes to claim their favorite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only two options remain. Hey, lamb, there's still a seat here. It seems that no one has claimed this seat next to me, if you're interested. Why the fuck would I go next to Colonel Sanders? You just leave the entire country at this point. Yes, you leave the country, you leave the planet, you go live on the moon, like the dark side of the moon, so that you never have to see the earth again, and remember that this exists. That's what you do. Fuck Colonel Sanders, I'm gonna sit by my best friend. You moved to take your seat by Miriam. I'm so glad to have you near me to support me through this class. Of course, you're my best friend. Who else would I sit by? Colonel Sanders? He has such a magnetic personality. I can't say this straight. I can't read this. And there's a seat open right next to him. If you had sat there, you might have gotten to know him a little better. I don't want to. What the fuck? I'd never sacrifice our friendship. Besides, I'm sure I'll get a chance to talk to him later in the semester. I've got 3 whole days. That's like a lifetime. So you say, but now that Miriam mentions it, that Colonel Sanders is just so darn dreamy, right? Does this feel like doing an ad read? It feels like, no, it feels like reading a teenager's fanfic out loud. It feels like the fanfics I used to read as a teenager, who were also written by teenagers, and reading it like it's some sort of official, you know, great literature of our time. This is literally peak gameplay, is it though? I'm doing the opposite of what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to flirt with Colonel Sanders. What kind of peak gameplay is this? I'm playing difficult to get? Is that what I'm doing? I don't know. As soon as you settled into your seat, the professor makes an announcement. Think fast, it's time for a pop quiz. No, thanks. Yeah, a quiz about me. Oh, fuck Pop. I hate him. This game has peak gameplay. Sure, peak story, peak game. If you say so. I guess I understand more about you, Angel, now. This incredibly important and surprisingly short quiz will tell me if you are ready for life at culinary school. Keep your knives sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question 1. What the fuck? If train A is traveling to point B and train B is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking? Always important, that's right. Who's the guy on the wall? Yeah, I was wondering that earlier too. When I was talking about how some artist made this background art, I was just like, but who? Who is this? Is it like the best employee at KFC? The CEO of KFC? Is it someone KFC related? I did not notice the guy on the wall when I played. Well, yeah. You played this, Angel? Can you tell me, Angel, how long this game is? Is it like a 16-hour game kind of thing? Or is it like a 1 hour and a half kind of thing? I think I got stun locked from the question. Excuse me, what? Forest is to tree as chicken is to... What? Feather? That's right. Shit, I was really fucked with that one. The English was getting to me. I was the one putting on the punishment roulette. I think you were. But I do need to know how long this torture is going to last. Oh, that's right. What's the most efficient eating utensil ever created? Chopsticks? I'm thinking they probably want me to say spork, but I really think the best eating utensil is a chopstick. And I think this game is stupid because it doesn't allow me to say chopstick. Is it colored by how many KFC are in the country? The map? What's the deal with that map on the wall? Maybe? Would there be more KFCs in Canada than in the US? Or more in the US than in Canada? And then you have to compare with the rest of the countries. That's right! What food is best for a broken heart? Camel meat? I don't know, man. 2 hours long? Okay, I'm gonna just be quick about it, okay? If I answer stupid shit, maybe the game's gonna be shorter. It's a pretty short game? Okay. Pancake that looks like a silly face. That's wrong! Oh shit, I didn't think they were wrong answers. Is Sprinkles a good boy? Yeah? That's wrong! He's nothing but the best. Yes was the 3 out of 5 shit. 2 hours short. 2 hours long. It's no perfect score, but at least it's not a complete and utter embarrassment. You catch Colonel Sanders eyeballing your answers. His reaction is hard to read. May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch. Really? We did a quiz and then lunch? I like this. I want to go to this school. Shocked KFCs are the choice on the love question. Yeah, right? This is proof that it's not an ad. If it was an ad or some sort of like sponsored thing by KFC, there would be a lot more KFC answers. A lot less nonsense answers. Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters. You smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good. I mean, that's what surprised you? The lunch after quiz? Yeah, I mean, we literally just arrived and it's already lunchtime? The semester is 3 days long. Is that what it is? It's 3 days. What? I didn't get that. I didn't catch that. How does a dog grade the papers for an exam? How does a dog cook? Especially a dog with a long body like that. It doesn't have the balance to stay on its butt and cook. It makes no sense. Everyone, can I have your attention? Is it about lunch? No, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, I was... Howdy, folks. He doesn't give a damn about this guy. I think this guy's the actual main character. I'd like to make an announcement. Hey, It's about lunch. Everyone cheers. But Shh! Lunch, lunch, lunch! She said, shh! In honor of the new semester, I have prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch. That must be the smell I smelled! Indeed, that smell. You hold your breath, waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You've heard that he's very talented, but were the rumors true? Is this? Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. I thought this game was funny. The game is very funny, Angel. It eats the exams of those who failed and gives them back the one of those who did it right. Oh God. The dog eats the exams. I love it. The dog eats the homework, and for once, it's not an excuse. Maybe he eats the ones who don't fail. I don't know what to expect, Angel. I'm still curious. It is torture. It is meant to be torture, but I'm still having fun. Dog eat paper? Yeah, dog eat paper all the time. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish. The aroma envelops you and you begin to feel warm and safe. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken? What a novel concept! Your stomach begins to grumble as if to say stop thinking and start eating. Dog eat own poop and others poop. That is true. My friends have a dog that eats poop all the time. It's a problem. It's a dog that has such a good sense of smell that when it smells its own poop and other animals' poop, it smells the nutrients in it. The nutrients. nutrients in the poop that are left over from the digestion, you know, that happened before, and it sees that as a waste, and the dog eats the poop. It's an evolutionary shit. I didn't need to know that, but it's information. It is information. It's very useful information. It's good to know. Did this conversation have to happen? I mean, I'm sorry. By my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavors. You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. But that's all I'll say about that. Yeah, because the herbs and spices are secret. It's a secret recipe for KFC. Thank you, Mr. The Juice. Thank you so much for everything you contribute to chat. What do you think? We want your stupid secret recipe, dude? Psh, nah, my dude, nah. I'm just drafting a last will and testament in case one of those ingredients is a poison. Got him. Okay, Van is something. He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. You wait to see what Zinger Ashley has prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. Yeah, and I was just like writing in my diary. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I know at that moment that only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. You see, her body language changed from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame. With cooking skills like this, she wants him all to herself. You can have him, Ashley. You go ahead. I kind of want to see that now. Oh, please. Well, Van the man, if you don't want any, I'll take his. Wow, hold on. I mean, I guess I'll try. He takes one bite, and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in this pure exhilaration and act unimpressed. Easy now, there is enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. How do you think the real Colonel Sanders would have reacted to this game? Is he a real person, or was he just a made-up character for the branding? Yeah, he's all yours, lady, exactly. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of this bucket and sink your teeth into it. He was real. Shit. I don't think he would feel very hurt by everything I'm saying right now. It's amazing. Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension. Alone with your taste buds gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. I will swim toward... I think it's gonna kill me if I do this. You think I'm gonna die if I click this? Swim toward the light? He's also canonical in DC Universe. Are you fucking kidding me? It's amazing. What the hell? I'm learning so much lore right now. You guys are teaching me everything. Feels like I've never been on the internet before now. It feels like this is all new. I'm like a baby. You guys are just teaching me everything to know about the internet and KFC for some reason. What the hell? Okay, I'm swimming toward the light. Maybe I'm gonna die. Somewhere up ahead, a bright light beckons you. The flavors are so intense you become wrapped up in them, unable to resist. You reach toward the light. It grabs your hand and pulls you closer, closer. Oh shit! Until your fingertips connects with the end of everything. You're forever lost in the land of tender fried chicken bliss. Your mind dissolves. There is no lamb now. There's only herbs and spices. Though Miriam tries to revive you, she cannot. Game over. Are you serious? What the fuck is this? Oh, excuse me, pardon, what within the Star Wars is happening? Yeah. They had a Colonel Sanders crossover comic on DC. Are you serious? If you eat KFC, you get sucked into a black hole. Great ad, KFC, right? Between that and this game is literally peak. This is amazing. Okay, you know what? I'll try again. Maybe I can survive. Peak marketing? Sure. I really don't know if it's official marketing. Okay, well, we've seen all of that. I thought this was gonna skip to the next part. I can just click, 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 click. Yeah, just give me my choice. I want my choice. I want to not die. Okay. I'm gonna savor the moment and everything that it tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart. It is official! Fuck it. That's weird. The flavors in your mouth are beautiful, pure, heavenly. What a guy. Alone with the flavors, you feel something that it can only be described as love. For a man? For a flavor? Are they the same? Am I tasting the man or the flavor? You have to decide. This is not okay. Oh man, KFC is the publisher. I didn't know that. This is definitely a fever dream. Yeah. After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. You approach Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders looks you up and down as you approach. It's impossible to read his mood, but you press on anyway. I have a feeling I'm reading some sort of smut to you guys, but it's Colonel Sanders flavored smut. We taste the man later, man. Lamb patience? What? 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 Which part of the man? I'm sorry, but my brain just cannot compute anymore. What? Oh man, I'm gonna die here. I'm dying of heat right now. I have my blanket on because I was cold. I'm not cold anymore. What the fuck am I doing? I need a drink. Oh, what the fuck? Colonel, I wondered if I could talk to you for a second. Uh-huh. Colonel Sanders sits silently. You suppose he didn't say no, so you pressed forward. What exactly was on that chicken? How bold to come out and ask. It's an idea I had for a new combination of flavors that will make me a fortune and establish my legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. I don't know, maybe you get options as to where you want to start. I want to start nowhere. I don't even want to start anywhere, to be honest. What the hell? Oh, yeah, you do know a lot about this, Mr. the Juice. Yeah, straight up asking a man's recipe, how bold. It's about as bad as asking a woman her age. It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own I'd be willing to trade. What's the rush? The semester's only getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. I get the whole 2 more days now. Now I understand what's happening. What makes this funny is I'm pretty sure Sanders IRL was short and chubby. Yeah, I don't think he was this shape. This shape is like unusual. It's not everybody who's got this shape. I'm pretty sure Colonel Sanders is just an average dude. He was just an average dude with a very iconic beard / mustache or something. He's clearly not going to give it up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel? Shouldn't learning be fun? You've got moxie, I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone, and then leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers, just one ingredient, but you can't tell. I use... It's something my great-grandmother taught me. Yeah, they don't even show us the information. This is evil. Animification. Yeah. Wow, you'd never have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you'd get some if you searched. This is pepper. This is black pepper. What can I say? It truly is finger licking good. While you're wrapped up in that huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, you decide to look for him. Guys, what do you think the ingredient is? Of course, they don't want to show the recipe for KFC. I know, but everybody knows there's like black pepper in it. They should have said something that we all know is in it, like black pepper. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated. It sounds like you have big plans. I dare say, the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that. Alone together for the first time, you figure now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. No, obviously it would ruin the magic if they said what it was. I could neg him to show my strength. I could wow him with a big idea to add an additional ingredient to really spice things up, or be modest and thoughtful. What do we think he likes as a personality? I'll do the opposite. I don't know what to do. I don't want to criticize his recipe. I'll neg him. I'll just be very, very forward. You know, I've been thinking about your secret recipe. Of course you were. You don't simply forget a flavor combination like that. That's exactly right. I remember it because I've tasted it before. I stopped at a random fried chicken stand the other day and their chicken tasted exactly like yours. Did you just compare my recipe to a random fried chicken stand? Well, yes, I did, but it was a really good stand, especially considering it was frozen first. Frozen chicken? None of the above, I wish the same. It's been forever since I played. Are there multiple endings? I mean, we already had the we died ending, so that was definitely like one ending. Colonel Sanders struggles to conceal his emotions, fighting back tears of anger. I can't believe you'd say such a thing. You realize you've done irreparable damage to your relationship from which it can never recover. He's hurt. How could you? Hey, Lamb, you said that this game was called a dating sim, right? If that's your idea of dating, this is not the game for you. The narrator goes full meta to talk to us. Okay, this is winning a lot of points right now. What the fuck? Game over? Fine, I'll try again. What the fuck? I don't think he wants me to criticize his recipe and tell him to add an ingredient. So I'm gonna be modest but thoughtful, I guess. It's the only option. Oh, I got hearts. I got hearts. He likes this. Well, I just wanted to tell you that I really enjoyed your food. Now you've got his attention. The flavors were complex but comforting. The interplay between salty, savory, and peppery, it was perfect. I appreciate the compliments, Lamb. I'm sure you'll be a big success. I know we've only met today, but I'm starting to get the same feeling about you. We should head back inside. The next lesson starts soon. You step into the massive cooking arena where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need. Can I actually do some cooking? That'd be fun. Look at this place, it's magnificent. Finally, we get to show our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no, we have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it? You're not going to blow anything except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans you're going to earn with your signature, adorable tiny food creations. Welcome students to the cooking arena. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Naturally, Miriam looks over at you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. Hey, Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of two, that is. Me and you, if that isn't clear. Want to be my partner? Aww. Oh God, I would never play like this. This is not me. Sure, Lamb, I'll prepare our station. Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. Two different students quickly take notice. Hello, new partner. Beep boop. Oh my, two potential partners. I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose. It looks like you'll have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to ask to be Miriam's partner? I think she has a bigger chance with Clank. Poor boyfriend. What boyfriend? Game be like, you died too much, we taking away your free will, right? Yeah, you keep failing at this game. They're like, sorry for me. They're like, you know, oh, best friend. I'm like, BF as in boyfriend? Yeah, poor best friend. I'm sorry about her. Like, I would not do that to a girl. If I'm friends with somebody, they take precedence. Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Clank today. It's okay, I already ate. It's not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what the point of school even is at this juncture. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth. I have a feeling this is a better partner than the guy who doesn't even realize what's going on. Warp, warp, warp. Hold on there, fella. We don't even know the assignment yet. Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him. Is she gonna date him? Is that her dating sim partner? Bzz. tissue? I hardly know you. Ha ha ha. Clank judders and a panel shakes loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of affection. Great. Looks like you two will be fine. I chose the least bad friend for her. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. Alright, you two, for today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea. I'm not making any fire here. What are you talking about? What? Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? They said it's a simple dish. Yeah, mashed potato and gravy. I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we could make something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes and gravy. I couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I'll go get the potatoes. No, please, let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine. Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? We're just cooking partners. Mind your own business. Sanders' heart is my business, and you better keep your fingers off my man. Did someone call for me? What is happening? No, geez, Van. Well, I'm over here crushing Lamb's dreams. You're supposed to be taking care of your classwork. That was the deal, remember? Colonel Sanders returns, arms full of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends. That music is intense. Unnecessarily intense. Oh, howdy there, Ashley, Van. Are we working in a quartet instead of a duet now? Actually, no. It looked like Lamb was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. I was going to say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could also teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get up to my level, huh? Doubt it. Don't be rude, Van. Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. Imagine hearing that on a date. What are your hobbies? My passion is picking perfect produce. Yeah, I mean, if the person is a chef, I could get it. Not very relatable, but I can get it. I thought the music was ending, goddamn. But Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together like a thigh and a drumstick? It just makes sense. Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear, she's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. Ashley is really going at you hard. Oh god, it's starting again. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Turn to Colonel Sanders, hunk of hunks, in your time of need. Or turn to Miriam, your forever bestie who always has your back. No, Sanders gonna handle her. I'm here to learn and to express myself via my cuisine, not bicker with prima donnas. Partners were chosen at the beginning of class, so let's all respect the format, okay? You turn to Colonel Sanders to confirm that you're on the same page. I chose Colonel Sanders and Colonel Sanders chose me, isn't that right? Sometimes conflict can actually build character. I wouldn't want you to shy away from a bit of healthy competition with our peers, Lamb. Wow, is he just not that into you? You'd think a gentleman would defend you in a situation like this. Did you do something to offend him at some point? Yeah, probably. Dollar store doom theme? Yeah, definitely. You look for Sprinkles in hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis, their short but sturdy stature. You look down at your station and realize that, in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed the boiled potatoes into a perfect creamy mashed texture with plenty of butter and cream for flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps you know so well while your attention was elsewhere. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which pours a smooth brown gravy, smothering your nearly finished potato dish. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Granny would be very proud. Thank you, the music has finally ended. Colonel Sanders holds a spork out to you. You reach out and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand holding the same spork, and for that small moment, all of the madness and Pressure in this crazy world stops. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. Together you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling the sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. Who eats mashed potato with a spork? They have defined early on in this game that they consider the spork to be the ultimate best utensil. They just rolled with it afterward. Van Van, do something! Do something! Scooping up a fingerful, Van Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Hold on right there, Lamb. We do not waste food in broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you'd both better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands. Oh god, no. It can be eaten. It can, yeah, sure be eaten with a spork. I just never use a spork. I don't like the idea of a spork. It creeps me out. Can I has potatoes face? Van Van rushes back over, a covered dish in his hand. Mashed potatoes with gravy, pathetic. In just a few minutes, I've prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my specialty braised tentacle of octopus in my silky salt water sauce, plated on a battle axe blade forged by my supreme chef ancestors. You've ignored me for too long. That ends now. It is I who will have first bite, and you will all look on with envy. The interrupting student rushes at Van Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate. No, don't! Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed and may have turned in the process. The results could be toxic. Too late. It has been eaten. I thought spork was fork. I never used a spork. Yeah, most people don't use a spork. I don't think they're very common. I think I left something in the oven. I don't feel so good. It killed him. He's a ghost. Everyone step back. Don't take another bite. When you look back at the plate, the rest of it is gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being slurped up in Pop's mouth. Pop winces in pain for just a moment, then is almost immediately back to his oblivious self. Oopsie! Tastes like poison! The entire class is gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They are as motionless as statues. The class bell rings. Thank you, saving us from this stupid music. Disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things despite obvious danger has inoculated him against poisons of all kinds. Good. Good for Pop. I'm not sure the professors here make enough money. Hello? I just turned into a ghost over here. Say that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all this nonsense. Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home. What? Like for real? Oh, come on. You followed Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today. Before you go on, I want to know. They're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him, in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. Colonel Sanders? Yes, Lamb. There's something I need to tell you. Hold it right there. There's something I need to tell you first. Oh, jeez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef the world has ever seen. And every day since, I have been working toward that dream, day and night, never stopping, never resting, also lifting a lot of weights, like so many weights. We should follow our dreams with all of our hearts, that our souls may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star. Hey, no, you, shut up. I'm the one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story. Are you forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy? You can't prove that. Think it's home time for Colonel to strip that shirt off and show off those chicken breasts. No! What are you talking about? I also saw you killed that guy. What was his name? He was literally student. He had no name. Somewhere in the distance, you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him. We're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero. The spork monster is here to fight the hero. What the fuck is happening? Agreed, sporks are monstrous, but what? I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds. We will not let harm come to another student, except for that ghost kid. I kind of dropped the ball on that. Be afraid. Be very afraid of me, because I'm a monster. See? Is he rhyming on purpose, or is that just a coincidence? But before you can discuss syntax any further, yeah, I was thinking the syntax before was kind of fucked up. But thanks for noticing, narrator. It's a turn-based fight sequence. What will you do? Attack. You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with love. Cook with love does 1 damage. It just got real. That attack really upsets Spork Monster. Spork Monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage. I will try to defend this time. You decide to defend. Which defense will you use? Trepidation. You continue to stay back and injure whatever comes your way. Seems like a pretty weird strategy, but okay, sure, you do you. Spork Monster focuses their mashed mind and draws in energy from Mother Earth itself. They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? I will attack. You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with love. Cook with love does 1 damage. Spork Monster is no quitter. Buffed up and ready to rumble, they go on the attack once again. Spork Monster uses Utility Tensile to take 2 damage from the attack. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. You decide to go on the attack. Cook with love does 1 damage. Spork Monster is oozing cheese sauce onto the lawn of the quad. I wonder who is going to have to clean that up. Feeling vulnerable, Spork Monster prepares for its ultimate attack, Rounded Edge. Vile villain, your reign of terror stops here. Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens. Pot pie power pinch. What is happening? Pot pie power pinch does 10 damage. Spork Monster is defeated. You saved me. An injured Spork Monster spews steam into the night. Forget mercy, finish him. No student will ever walk the quad in fear again. This monster messed with the wrong chef. Attack! You ready your final attack? You'll never survive my student death loan destruction. Student loan death destruction does 10 damage. Spork Monster is completely vaporized. Colonel Sanders looks on in awe. You continue to surprise me, lamb. Ah, the music is over, thanks. That was an intense music. The defeated monster left behind a special item. It appears at first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, it's so much more. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have signed it out is Borko. Borko. That name sounds strangely familiar. Tell me this is the student's name. The guy who got turned into a freaking ghost? Damn girl, you have crippling debt? Now that's hot. I mean, using your debt to kill an enemy? I think that's hot. But having debt is just, everybody has that. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. Ah, he's at home. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you are tucked in tightly. Good night, my colonel. Oh god, what's happening? Seems a lot of action for a fried romance. Yeah. I mean, the action really did bring out, you know, a lot of good stuff out of this game. This game feels more like a game with that action sequence. In your dream, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Dreams are weird. Some snoring and a bunch of little characters. Okay. You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the spork monster, she launches into a story of her own. I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, I think I might like Clank. Oh, are you telling me you have a crush on Clank? Is that what you're telling me? Like him? Like? I know it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him. Okay, good for you. We got to talking after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his high school? No, but that does make complete sense. Yeah, but he was so popular that he was voted prom king at a school he didn't even go to. It was also the convertible that he himself rode in at the front of the homecoming parade. Okay. I'm thinking maybe something got lost in pressure cooker language translation there. Either way, maybe it would be best if you took it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders? The coolest guy in school? The most famous student to ever attend University of Cooking School Academy for Learning? You're a thing now? We definitely connected yesterday. Sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? Your bestie's eyes light up. Secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me all about his passion for spices, secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice, he even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I'd ever tasted. I have a feeling this is drugs? I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Whatever. Anyway, we both shared an interest in cooking, so we've stayed in touch. You know, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe, and besides, I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone. Please, please, please! It would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or from Colonel Sanders. What do you think? Should you protect Colonel Sanders' secret or share it with your bestie? I'm fucking not telling her shit. You quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know, how about it was Eye of Newt? Sure, literally a thing in like, what is it, Hamlet? I know it sounds like some kind of witch's potion. It is, but what can you do? Eye of Newt, wow! Our eyes light up imagining such a thing, and you figure that you satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some dumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm that she was definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossom petals fill the air. It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school on a fucking horse. I'm gonna just observe. Colonel Sanders' horse is truly a thing of beauty. Without ever acknowledging that he's being watched, he does a short horse dance before dismounting with a flourish. He then slaps the beautiful creature gently on its rear, sending it running free into the countryside. You are so struck by the sight of him that you lose the ability to speak coherently. Oh, I didn't realize anyone was watching. Don't worry, he knows his way home. You attempt to compliment Colonel Sanders, but the words don't come out exactly right. What a horseful butte you have. I mean, what a horseful butte you have. Dang it, that's what I just said. Is she drunk? I didn't know Colonel Sanders was a horse girl. He might be. You're right. Being a good friend, Miriam attempts to cover for you. Oh, Lamb just gets really nervous around people they like. What? This is not helping. I mean, they got food poisoning and were up all night. It was gruesome. You should have seen it. She gives you a wink and a smile as if to say, situation handled. Can't blame a girl for trying. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the class, you can see your two rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad. Experimenting with restricted ingredients bad. Summoning a demon bad. I kind of want to see that. You try and get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? Act like you're not interested in them, but really try and get a closer look. I'm gonna do that. You sit near the rivals, but leave your back turned to them. You even hear Van Van mutter something that sounds a bit like a magic spell. However, he notices you eavesdropping. You try and cover your tracks and improvise an excuse. It's time for class and you're distracting the rest of us who want to learn. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the emperor of cooking, are you? You make the rules? I'm not sure you'd know a good meal if it ate you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity, it takes panache, and it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. This is ridiculous. You finally get a look at what it was they were hiding and you instantly recognize it. It's a book, just like the one you found after your encounter with the spork monster. Did they steal it from you? That's the same book that I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom. Its contents are secret. You notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. What? Not a book? It's a book! We're playing! Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep beep. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts! I was trying to sound scared of the book. Oh, that's what you meant. I'm sorry. Sometimes those emotions are hard to translate in text form. It's a scary, very scary book. You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Bzz, womp. Who do you think you're talking to? I never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer. Womp womp. No, your mother was a stand mixer. What the fuck? What am I reading? Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it might be over for me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know that this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena at least, or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on. Maybe I can help you with your business plan? Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. His panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town. My tiny legs are very, very tired. He's the one who made such a big thing out of a student arriving late. And now that student is freaking dead, and he arrives late. That's an insulting little dog right there. He's a very meanie dog. There's a wild variety of characters, you don't say. There's a lot of characters in this thing. But I'm here now and I hope you're ready to learn. Rub his furry dog belly, he loves it. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. You want to pay attention to the lesson, truly you do, which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, lamb, naturally this appears to you to be a sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? I'm afraid. What do I do? I don't want to sample a dog biscuit. I don't want to eat a pepper. And I think a glass of water would make no sense. You know what? I like pepper. A brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in a most eye-catching way, so naturally you reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. However, your body is not prepared for the heat. The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. You don't trust the water angel? I don't trust the pepper anymore. Feels like forever as you trip through the universe. My friend. Oh, this guy again? I'm here to give you an important message. Ooh, you must avenge my death and fulfill my destiny. All you must do is... Cough, cough. I was saying, to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is... Cough, cough. Sorry, I think I've got some spice stuck in my throat. It's fine. I'll work through... Cough. To fulfill... Cough. The prophecy... Cough, cough. You must... You feel yourself begin to regain consciousness. Oh man. I think the ghost is my favorite character. You come to and find everyone is staring at you. That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth and now it's gone forever. You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim. And your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared. Be a timed competitive cook-off. Oh, please, no. I want a ghost friend this polite. Yeah, he was very polite. We also don't know his name. The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. Demand that they stop wasting everyone's time. Step up and tell them you're on. You know what? You're fucking on. A bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. If I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down on it, then so be it. I'm not the fool. You're the fool, fool. Good one, Van Van. I like your gumption, lamb. Oh, he likes me being, you know, aggressive, I guess. I'll be watching your performance. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sporting court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least not until we turn on the timer. Just then, a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words, "Timer ready." That's what I'm talking about. Aroo! Okay, that's a dog sound. Okay, I'm gonna say it's a dog sound. That was not a very dog sound from me. I'm losing my voice from reading so much. I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. Thanks, Sanders, for the wisdom here. And that's an original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. I hope its message lifts you to victory. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now is my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself. You had his chicken, and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day one, and you're feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. What temperature does water boil at? That's right, but how would you have gotten into this school without knowing that? Winner gets to rub my furry belly. Let that enticing offer motivate you. You're going to need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. How many herbs and spices did he say he used? Fuck! Was it 11? I had 12 in mind. 11? Oh shit! I had 12 in mind. That's right. You might not know all of the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. You know, it's the first visual novel of November. Drink some water, gum some mint, because it's just the beginning. It's true. It's true, but not all of them are, you know, voice acted by yours truly. Some are voice acted by true, actual voice actors. Tail wagging intensifies. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most flavor? State of mind? Ah! Gratitude? That's right, you must never take this opportunity for granted if you hope to succeed. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You'd better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. This dog is telling me everything right now. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. Oh, no, that's not the dog talking, that's the narrator. Now would be a great time to harness that energy. So where does it come from? A small town where big dreams are born, something like that. That's right, this is your shot. You're not going to miss it. Dog noises. You try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Sizzling? Oh shit. Don't make me get the spray bottle. Next question. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, Lamb. He's actually cheering you on. Which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you were doing. Ah! I don't even know if you guys heard that. I barely heard it. What is happening? So many bones in my ears. What the hell? I didn't know it was that. There's a couple of quotes in there. Now all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. How many spoonfuls of gravy would it take to fill a traditional? I didn't even get to read the fucking question. What were you thinking? Get your mind back into competition. You are stranded on a desert island with only one dessert cookbook. Which do you take? What a hunk! I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge or falling behind? Forgot the question. What? I just chose number 2 randomly. What does it have to do with crafting spectacular fried chicken and delicate baked biscuits? You're really struggling to keep up. At the next station over, Ashley has already begun plating elements of her dish. It's colorful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into a stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps. Yikes! Oh no, I put it into clank. I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. You might not have any hands, but Lamb does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand into the mixer to rescue the dough before it's overmixed. Lamb, no! But you're not fast enough and your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What did I do? What was my mistake? What you often find is that the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. Everyone stops what you're doing right now. This battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Oh, that's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of Lamb's injury. You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skipped straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I was going to ask Lamb to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Inside, you'll find a delicate fried cheese croquette atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream, 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry gelée. Wow, that sounds amazing. I want to do this. Oh my god, you trust the machine to mix dough instead to feel it penetrate under your fingernails? Yeah, no, I don't want fucking dough under my fingernails. Thank you very much. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed, as he dips his finger in the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you. As he places a sauce-covered finger into his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Should I internalize the rage or put myself? No, I'm gonna internalize the rage. I'm not gonna let it out. Nobody needs to see that. Your rage burns so intensely within your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester, perhaps forever. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run for the quad to be alone. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is a part of life, not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well, then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you. Enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure, I was born that way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. Are you fucking kidding me? Is this true? Can you guys do a Google search? Is Colonel Sanders actually an obstetrician? What the fuck? I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Feel your fryer in this game sounds so wrong. Yes, it does. Also, wouldn't he be the one to feel her fryer? I mean, who knows? There are different options nowadays. There are different things that can, can happen. That's all I'm gonna say. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changed his focus, you could see something ignite inside of him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay! Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle-scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. It's the Spork Monster! Gorko, the Spork Monster, is here to fight a hero. Is anyone else feeling a bit of deja vu? I'm sorry, Gorko, but I could have sworn we already battled you last night and we killed you. That was Borko, might win, and I, Gorko, am here to avenge them. Are you stronger than Borko? Well, we're twins, so no, not really. We're pretty much exactly equal in every way. Why'd you ask? Colonel Sanders smirks. He's already on the same page as you. It's just that we beat Borko pretty easily, so I don't think you'll have much of a chance. Not to mention, I feel really guilty about that. If I could take it back, I would. I think what Lam is saying is, can't we just be friends? Life's too short for making enemies. I suppose. We really don't need to fight. It's just that I've got these pointy teeth and claws. All the better for enjoying tasty foods. Surely you like to eat, don't we all? Of course I do. Inspiration strikes and you come up with a quick idea. Chomp on this! You toss a biscuit into Gorko's open mouth and he devours it in one gulp. Delicious. You're much nicer than the evil students who once upon a time turned me into this creature who stands here today. I don't believe it. You were a human once? Well, no. I was a chihuahua. But I was still a student at this school. Until one day some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me and I was forever transformed. A magic spellbook? Precisely. Borko used to have a copy, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef, and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear. I will be there. It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Lamb, together I am sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. What? You have a hideaway? A personal invite? You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. What the fuck is this? He had a goatee when he was a baby too? This is an actual image of him. This is Colonel Sanders. It's just a normal dude. I thought that was his pet, but no, it's actually a little figure. Okay, well that's an interesting place. Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I've always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. What? Oh yeah, time to get nice and deep fried with the Colonel? No! No, what does that even mean? Oh. What does that even mean, Mr. the Juice? You're torturing me. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy. Both, perhaps. Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him or keep it a secret? Just for you. I don't know! Do you keep a secret? He keeps secrets, but he also told me something. Maybe I should just reveal it. I'm gonna tell him. You decide that you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' luxe hideaway. Magnificent. Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. The one thing I do not like about KFC is actually their salad, the coleslaw salad. I don't like it. I don't understand it. It's weirdly sweet. I don't get it. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. He's teary-eyed. He's got little tears in his eyes. You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. Oh no. You realize that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. Around the room are various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. This must be where he keeps the secret recipe. You think for a moment what number is important to Colonel Sanders, then it dawns on you. As soon as you turn the dial to 11, 11, 11, the safe opens. Inside it, you find a single note. Can chicken be prepared sashimi style? No. So many jobs for the Colonel: steam engine stoker, insurance salesman, and filling station operator. Law. He delivered babies when nobody could. Too expensive. He tried a lot of things. Wow. Okay, so that guy is actually true. That's impressive. Tap on an item to discover more. His baby picture. Holding a chicken. Piece of chicken. An adorable little baby boy crawls across the floor. From the goatee and mustache combo he sports, you figure that this must be Colonel Sanders himself. That or maybe it's the drumstick that he seems to be waving like a rattle. Who frames a baby picture of just themselves? Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of the company they founded, am I right? Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. That photo appears to be Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt? Maybe this is where he discovered one of his secret herbs and spices, and the secret to, you know, eternal youth? Tap on an item, sure. Kentucky. One of the framed photos shows an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks. They don't hold fried chicken no, they're not. And appear to be cheersing them. They're not. No. What? You look closely and see that there's a short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. Tap on an item. This. You take a closer look at the large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but when you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. It says, "Here lie the ashes of all my past careers and business failures." Poor guy. You gaze out the window across the vast lake and mountain range beyond. Just then, the ghost of student pops up. Are you thinking about heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my death? Wait, what? I never even learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I could just tell you my name right now. Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? You open the window a crack and the ghost of student is swept out with the breeze. What the fuck? You notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on the corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic, it's real. Taxidermy? Must have been important to Colonel Sanders when it was alive. A little note clipped to the chicken's foot reads, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." Okay. A lock of silver hair is woven through the teeth of the comb. Upon further inspection, you realize that the hair therein isn't just silvery in color. It's actually made of spun silver. What the fuck? A scented candle, you pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool? That's the smell of power tool? That is such a manly candle smell. Freshly starched collar, piece of wood floating in a lake, summer of '69. No, it's one of the secret recipe ingredients. It's black pepper. Tap on an item to discover more. What else do we have? The last thing we have is the door that opened up. You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one off its hanger and try it on. The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he has been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks you why you're wearing his jacket. Aww. I don't usually loan those out, but I must say it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket! You forgot to take it off. Do I tell the truth or do I make a big move? I think I should just tell the truth. You confess. I think I've developed feelings for you. I might be developing feelings for you too, but I'm concerned. I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door, but the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, Lamb. Why did I put my real name in there? I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You walk late into the night and drift off into slumber. Dream sequence! Okay. Thanks. That was great. You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. What? I slept there? Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. You think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about, black pepper. In some jurisdictions, black pepper isn't even legal. I'm sure that's not black pepper then. But if the recipes are a secret, how will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. It's meticulous. You taste Colonel Sanders' food and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So would you say that we're the perfect match? How presumptuous. My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery? I'll flatter him. You know, I think we might make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears. Unable to speak, the only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. I mean, I just ran 2 times. I ran to get home last night and now I'm running in the morning too. What happened in between? There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. I hate the name of the school. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you. It's okay, it was just... But now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date. I think I can believe that. Since I've been partnered up with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. Does she also go out with the really creepy kid if I pair her up with that kid? That'd be even worse. Of course I told him, you'd better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure. I can get to know the little metallic guy. You also chose Clank. Clank makes the most sense. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control. Did she just say skydiving? As if that's a typical first date to go on with a talking pressure cooker? And now I'm not really sure where we stand. You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story, however. Bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him. Against my will? You what? Nothing happened, but the emotional connection, wowzers. Miriam tells you to move on from this whole Colonel Sanders obsession and focus on school. Usually it's my decision, not another character's decision that's in the options here. That's kind of weird. If being obsessed with Colonel Sanders is wrong, you don't want to be right. After a short argument, you both agree to go your separate ways. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pup, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. You think foreplay would be turning Clank's various knobs and dials? Maybe a little bit of polishing the chrome? I don't know, man. Probably turning some stuff, yeah. Pulling on some stuff, I don't know. Filling his, you know, oven, I don't know. What's a swirly? It sounds delicious. Oh, it's great. I'll order you one right away. No, I'm not going on. I don't. I'm leaving the rest to your imagination, Mr. the Juice. I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Sprinkles is a dog and a treat. You can get your swirly dipped too. Don't say that, girl. Don't say that. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school? There is that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You got some nerve, Lamb, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse? Now you're twisting my words and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up, forever. Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Lamb, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. Yep, accidents heal over night. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? What about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say it was bland. Excuse me, Lamb, I am more than capable enough to speak for myself. Oh, he's not happy with what I said. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. See you inside, Lamb. He turned on me? I'm doing all of this for him? And he's not even on my side against my enemy? This is a bad boyfriend. He's a bad partner. He sucks. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Whoa, what's that book? It looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff. A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful? I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open to a page covered with arcane warnings. Cast only in case of extreme emergency, it says around the edges of the page. I could use this spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. That is way too drastic. Couldn't you do something else? Like anything else? Not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine, it is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you, and a pretty good excuse to try it out. No! You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know, I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. A dog moment? His cute little nose scrunches up as he begins to breathe quickly. He must be hungry. Reach for some old homework to give him as a snack. I'm gonna do that. Oh, he's angry. You reach into your backpack and grab some homework, but last semester that you forgot to turn in. Sprinkles immediately goes for it and gobbles the sheet of paper like it's a piece of fresh chicken rawhide. Ahem. I apologize for the outburst. I know it seems cliche, but not much in this world satisfies like ungraded work. My Lamb, were you studying something with cinnamon? I've been sitting in on a lecture series around the art of cake baking. How insightful. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Lamb, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see, but before he can go on any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by whirs and sparks coming from the back of the room. What are they doing? I told you to save it for after class. Buzz, buzz, buzz. You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger? Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises. But no, you had to show off to your cool kid friends Jeff and Joan. J&J forever. Watch us form a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Bzz, bzz. Yeah, well, that doesn't make it a great date. Brr. And take Jeff and Joan with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down the mountain or up a cliff for all I care. Oh no, he's sad. Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the gaps in his panels, and then a loud ding stops him in his tracks. Uh-oh, he's dead. No amount of seasoning is going to make me want to eat that, Clank. I eat produced food? Ew! Hank burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker. Considering that he himself has wheels, not feet, it's not entirely clear where it came from. In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks okay? Clank slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see that entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate, but we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition. Showdown Challenge Exam. Trademarked. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey, Miriam, are you okay? Okay? I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that in front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs. Why is she imagining it? Well, she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me. Of course not. Well, maybe sorta, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it and a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest anyhow. Now this is real wisdom, guys. Take this to heart. Don't settle for the first person you meet. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup, and I bet that Professor Dog is gonna love it up. While you were pep talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay because you had a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You've decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. Alright, got it. I'll go with the second person. Yeah, that's exactly what you're supposed to get from this. Never go for the first option, always the second one. If somebody says, you know, some sort of love confession, you say, sorry, you're the first person to ever confess to me. I can't be into you. Next. This is it, the location of your final challenge. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent, and a chance to beat the pants off of Van Van, the supposed man-man, and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through. I feel like this is something I could have written when I was in high school. This makes me really feel so weird. It really feels like something I would have written. That's so weird. Like some weird-ass fanfic as a joke with friends or something. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on. Lamb's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Lamb, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You usually happily share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. Does this inspire you to write a KFC fanfiction? Perhaps a reader and Sanders story? I mean, this whole thing is a freaking KFC fanfiction. If I wrote a fanfiction, I would do it with the student. The one who turns into a ghost. He's much more intriguing to me. I want to know his name. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Fess up about your practice dish. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know. My nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? Ah, no. I can smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC. But it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Wow. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day. I kind of feel like eating KFC right now. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules, that is, except to cook with everything you've got. You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've got practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big going small. My god, that game works. It does. It does. I am feeling like having some fried chicken right now. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect, his original recipe, fried chicken. The intensity in the room starts at full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out a really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow. This is getting serious. This is like the anime cooking shows. Cooking, you know, how do you call it? An anime show? Cooking shows, but anime. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg wash! Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth. Best friend, baster, blaster? Something like that. Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roid. Oh god. Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula. Okay, we're going full alliterations in here. Even Clank gets in on it. 5 dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Okay, he has words now? Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? It's a singularity, as was foretold. We mustn't let it happen, or the appliance uprising will take us all. Self-destruct. Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spellbook out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate now to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic? Even if it's almost certainly evil magic? No, I'm doing it the hard way. That's what the Colonel would want me to do. Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm going to do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I believe in you, Lamb. Miriam notices too. And I've always believed in you, Lamb, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station, cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who is cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but... Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. It's the secret ingredient. However, she doesn't know that you lied, and the ingredient was made up. And where in the world did she get eye of newt from? The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes. It is I, Steve, the spork monster. Steve? Wait, what happened to Gorko? You're not here to battle me, are you? We spork monsters are many. I think Gorko had the day off, but you have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle, so I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out? I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve the Spork Monster notices that you've got the Grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station. I see what you're up to. Crisscrossed some magical items and accidentally summoned me, huh? Yeah, you guessed it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water? I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little spork pup back in the old country, you can feel Spork Monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition. I understand. Kind of like that time in monster school, I had fallen asleep during scare tactics class, and when I woke up, you toss a serious stare at Steve and he takes the hint. Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck. Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. Give up and drop out? Or you summon extra power from deep within yourself. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange. Okay, it's an adjective for the orange. As culinary energy flows through your body. So I'm turning into like Dragon Ball? My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for... Yes, Lamb, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me. The power you've been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off of the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know that with this power you can do anything, except turn back time, which would be super useful because while you were powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. But don't worry, dear lamb, you may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support. I've been watching you today and I must say, I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you've managed to make is mac and cheese and time is almost up, so you're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never been my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. Are you suggesting? If we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union. Time's up, students! With time expired, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems we're missing some students. Pop? Clank? I'm watching a Dragon Ball Z culinary competition. Yeah, it's not much of a dating sim after all. I'm quite happy about that. From off-screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student. I'm flying! I hate Pop. It sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside of the closet, you see Pop hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down from there right now! Let me guess, did Van Van have something to do with it? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse? Okay, I thought a wedgie was a salad. It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything. I can't feel my legs. May I be excused? Only your legs, kid? Sure. You kids and your pranks. I must say it's not the worst prank in the school's history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second, pranks. Clank! Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature whir, beep, or other onomatopoeia, but there's none. Somehow he must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester. Wow, 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now, describe your dish. I've made tender udon noodles in savory soup. That looks amazing. I kind of want it in a bigger size though. My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny narutomaki? I spy afloat in this itsy bitsy bowl. Yes, chef. Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. I kind of want to have a dog whose name is Chef now. Yes, Sprinkles, and some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pinky dog tongue dip into the bowl. Sublime. Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on. I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all myself. And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much. It was less than a thimble's worth of soup. A+, rarely do I taste a dish with as much love poured into it as yours. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug. Thank you, Lamb, for helping me to believe in myself. Van, you're up. Now, describe your dish. I made uni over smooth egg custard in an axe-hewn urchin shell topped with caviar. He's got the worst food description ever. But now that I say this, it's almost something our little Wolfie would come up with. Something really complicated and a bit of a mouthful to say, but really fancy. Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second different color type of urchin? Huh? Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second different color type of urchin? What does that even mean? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkles leans in to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose closed on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw at it erratically, causing the custard to slush around. Dog noises. Please be gentle with my cuisine. Grrr. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Ouch, my tongue! The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. I can't eat this. It keeps poking my tongue. Disqualified. A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles would make it difficult to eat? Dejected, Van does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified for glamour. Don't discount simplicity. This isn't the last you've heard of me. Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. I know. Yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley, it's time to step up. Now describe your dish. I made orange blossom Turkish delight in a light rose water syrup topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass. I'm in love. Turkish delights is my favorite treat. Favorite dessert or snack. Orange blossom is an amazing freaking flavor. So is rose water. This is the dessert for me. Ashley is my girl. I was right from the start. I did say she was kind of annoying the whole time through, but I had a crush on her the first time she appeared, and now my love is sealed. She has made the best dish ever. I don't want chicken anymore. I don't want KFC anymore. I want this. Especially Turkish delights. I'm gonna need to actually go and buy Turkish delights this weekend. I'm gonna need to go to the only place that sells Turkish delights where I live. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece. Don't eat the food at a cooking school? Got toast in your ears or something, Lamb? I told you it's a display piece. Ashley, I must say it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it and did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. She's kind of right. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating, School for the Hungry. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral. If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified. Rage overtakes Ashley and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you. And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone. She has a good ending. This isn't the last you've heard of me either. If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cook, step up together. 2 chefs? What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays. Just when I thought I've seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing. It completely blew me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I have never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the glass. Are you fucking kidding me? We did our job and whatever. But then, I'm wondering, does KFC actually have mac and cheese? But I'm not sure I've heard of that. You pass, and you will get a pass. Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win! Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive, even the Van and Ashley are drawn back in by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on. How could they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment. To get their groove on. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems outright cute and cozy. DJ Dog is in the house, and then dog noises. You knew that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Van and Ashley tell everyone that they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were the villains. For a moment, you actually believe them. Again, this is everything. This girl, she's got the best design ever. Not another haunting! No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws. I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me. Oh, amusing. And now that everyone is together, it's the Spork Monster. He has totally mellowed out. Everyone, the Spork Monster is no more. From here out, I'd prefer that everyone refer to me by my new name, Party Monster. Student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking to Spork. Sorry, Party Monster. Dejected student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and you know she's gonna do great. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? It's Pop. He's arrived late to the dance, but apparently for good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat a crown? Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean. Oh, he's the son of the dean? Is that what's happening? And we get a new wing on the school. Not to mention the honor of educating the son of the chancellor of such and such. The music at the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparking and electrical hissing. It's Clank, who has arrived late to the dance. Now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth. Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing. I am Clank, and I am not of this earth. I am actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? What? I actually feel like I knew this the whole time. Now that I have learned the way of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me? I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I've just begun to learn who I really am. This isn't the time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank. You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear she has managed to surpass you in that regard. I understand. Kind of. Humans are weird. Oh, he got his heart broken. Okay, I'm writing the fanfiction about Clank after all. A portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Howdy, classmates. He looks too normal. Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a bucket of chicken. This time it's a full meal. Oh god, all of the elements of the story. That's amazing. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken and man, but by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. The end? Question mark? No, it's not the end. Oh shit, I thought it was. As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Lamb, what are you doing sitting all alone? Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, might you tell me, what are the qualities that you would expect to find in such a lucky person? Off the top of my head, oh, I don't know. A spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, just to name a few. It truly is my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Yes, I would love to. Why am I making it so happy? It's not happy, it's torture. As you glide across the dance floor hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off. And I'll be so glad to spend it together with you, Lamb. How sweet, we'll work together and play together, Why are you in a hurry to end this wonderful food-related dating sims? I'm not in a hurry. It's just, I'm afraid of how weird it's gonna be. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Work together? Well, I think this is something I'll just need to do by myself. But who will help you run your restaurant? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward? Could it be? You found a love connection but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef. Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other love, the life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I could enroll at pastry school. Oh my dear Lamb, I'm sure that you'll find your place eventually. And along the way, you'll have me by your side. The end! So we didn't get the perfect ending, but we got the romance. I guess I would have preferred. Look, this is the branded KFC sign, so it is official. A PSYOP production? Yeah, I got PSYOPed for sure.